Hello everybody, my name is RPG and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force 3. We've got a little bit of admin to do today. There's going to be quite a bit of story coming up again, as you'd sort of expect from returning back to Saraband after being away for a while. But and there's actually not too much to find in Saraband itself, but we're still going to have a bit of a chat to people. I'm going to drop away a load of the mithrils, because I'm not going to need those for a little while. I'm also broke, basically. There's a bunch of deals you can get here that are like actually pretty decent. Not deals, sorry, haggles. But I'm so poor I basically can't afford them. But I'm tempted. I'm pretty sure this is going to sell. Actually, like, I can sell. That says Dark Resist -30 but removes curses. That's cursed, so I don't want that. Don't equip it. What else have we got that I can sell? I won't use that. We'll sell that too. I can sell the power axes. And like, I feel a bit bad because it's a special weapon. But the chance of me ever using this tomahawk is 0. It's better than Rock's axe. But no. And we might as well sell that bronze knife. Right, we've got a lot of garbage to sell, because there's a few items that I want to pick up. And we've got a new character to collect as well. Let's have a look and have a bit of a chat to people then. So this soldier that's just suspiciously watching the headquarters, it's just staring at Prince Median. I'm sure there's nothing to fear there. There's a lot of soldiers about now, isn't there? Indeed. What a wonderful coincidence that you're just here for all the soldiers everywhere. This is kind of charming in a way. Your maneuvers can't be delayed. Okay, so as the chapter title, The Capture of the Third Prince's Army, somewhat implies, and the fact that I'm now Prince Median off on my own, leaving my army behind in the headquarters, I have the slightest suspicion that I might be losing my army pretty soon. Weird that. The soldier dialogue is delightful though. So now that Julian and Donhort are gone, I'm actually back to only having 12 party members. Oh, actually, I need to equip accessories. I'm back to only having 12 party members, which means for now, Waltz is back in the party, and so is Hera. Hazuki's got the other one. Oh, you can't equip the Protect Bracer. Okay. What about... Who can equip the Protect Bracer then, if not you? Can Hedva? I mean, 3 defense is better than nothing if Hazuki can't equip it. Strange, I didn't realise that. Hera and Waltz are back in the party. One of them is going to be dropped after this next fight. Like, literally instantly, for a new character I'm getting. But I haven't quite decided which one yet. Like, I'm doing okay with just one healer. But it would make Hera easy to level. It would make her really easy to level, which would be convenient, I suppose, if nothing else. We did indeed. We did indeed. It was difficult. It's nice that, like, these soldiers are very obviously positioned to do evil things, especially this one. What will you do? Oh, you're going to capture my army, is that what it is? I'm standing in front of you. Nothing at all indeed, I'm sure. He's completely derailed my thought train now. Completely derailed it. This was the guy that talked about being in the Dusty Village Bandits, I'm pretty sure. And I guess he's a little bit... Yeah, he would be shocked that Symbios murdered them all. But, you know, when in Rome. And I guess this kind of ties into why, after we kill Shiraf, the bandits continue to plunder all of the tombs. They just carry on, they've not got a leader reining them in. Which makes sense about why you find the ones in Elbazon. They got really bold to go there. So, I think I'm probably going to keep Hera and drop Waltz. Because I've already got 2 ranged members. I don't think I need a third. Aknoble and... I've actually forgotten this was the barracks. Ah, what a nice soldier. He's like, you know what? I know I'm the baddie. But you do you. Yeah, there's only a few people in the barracks because the rest of them are all sat outside my HQ waiting to arrest me. I mean, it makes sense that I've kind of gone outside to gather evidence. I don't know what I'm supposed to be gathering evidence of and leaving my army behind, because if we all leave at once, we'll all be arrested. But at the same time, being out on my own is not the greatest plan, to be honest. The townsfolk seem relatively cheery, though. Like, they're doing alright. What have you been saying about the Emperor's... Oh, people can't... Bless. It's like, yep, the Emperor definitely walked through a wall. Oh, we've seen that. We've seen that. We know there. They definitely didn't emerge with the Emperor. Or did they? Oh. Maybe that's actually something related to the time of the abduction. Because if you remember rightly, the monks and Benetran was with them did kind of like come out of the wall. They probably did come out of the wall. I like how they've got clear... Yeah, they've done a really good job here. I'm glad I'm talking to the guards of... They've clearly been given an objective of we need to capture the Prince's army and just put a stop to this now so that we won't have any opposition. But a lot of the soldiers are... A lot of the soldiers are like, you know what? Actually, you're the good guy. So, you know, just stay on top of it. It's nice. I'm not bothering to check the bookcases because I checked a couple of them when I did a little test run through the area just to make sure I don't miss anything. And they're all the same. They're all the same as they were before. It's why I didn't bother to go back into the Imperial HQ building. Nothing in it has changed. No new items. There's no people in there. So there's not much point. The Emperor's abduction has been really good for business. I'm slightly dubious about... yes, I've seen him. Nice of you to name drop him. He's important. Interesting. I assume maybe she would have different dialogue if I hadn't spoken to him back in Chapter 1. Because I'm led to believe I only get him as a character. Minus spoilers, I guess. He's the character I'm about to recruit. I wouldn't get him if I didn't speak to him in Chapter 1. But I don't know. Oh, a priest. He can perform magnificent summoning spells, eh? Like, what? What summoning spells do you have? Do you have, like, Thor? Or, like, Golem or something? Oh, he's not here. Okay, so he's somewhere else. Oh, poor guy. He just wants to go horse riding. Oh. Okay, he's going to become a merchant. Money. Yeah, I imagine it is. I imagine it is. Maybe we'll find some more about that High Priest in a little while. I wonder what kind of summoning magic he's got. So this is back where we first... This is the courtyard. This feels like so long ago that we were here last. And where the very first fight of the entire game was. Symbios army has retreated to Espinia. Sure did. Actually, that's the thing. That's what I was going to say before I distracted myself. Talking about the mighty Saraband army, Symbios murdered a lot of them. And then Medion's army murdered a lot of the rest of them. So, I guess they did a pretty big recruitment drive. There's a guy that we need. We'll just head up here. Greetings, Arthur. I would love for you to join my army. And he's our second Cavalier. It's taken a long time to get another one. I mean, I guess we had Don Horton officially for a long time, but... So, what's very notable about Arthur is he is a Cavalier with spells. He's not... His HP isn't great, Although, interestingly, I can now tell that stats are semi-randomized, I think, because I'm sure in my test run when I grabbed him a minute ago, he only had 28 health, and now he's got 29. His spell power is actually pretty good. 15 for Blaze and 17 for Freeze. Not bad at all. He's a bit on the squishy side. 21 defense to say Campbell's 32. Campbell does have a little, like, 4 extra though, so he's like 7 defense behind. He's got less defense than Synthesis, but that's boosted by the Golem Rod. Let's find someone who's like actually a bit Rock. Bernard's got loads. Hazuki. He's got less. Okay, he's got really bad defense. We're gonna have to fix that. Fortunately, I've anticipated this somewhat. So all those extra items that I picked up out of the inventory that I'm just gonna flog for money, I'm going to use those for. Oh, I just spoke to you, didn't I? I'm gonna sell those. And that should give me enough money to afford the item shop haggle that I'm going to need for him. Is this empty? Yeah, it's empty. I can't even remember what was in that chest. Apart from recruiting Arthur, and then doing a little bit of, like, weapon management, there's only one item that's actually very important here. You remember who I am. That's nice. That guy is fused with the cabinet behind him. Oh, there's Garrosh. Interesting. I completely forgot we saved you, you know. Ah. Yeah, you've got 2 brothers if I remember rightly. He was one of the, like, the knights. His other brother, I think, we'll see later. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's just talking about the general state of the Republic, which has not been great. Yeah, we're currently in a region where there's going to be no business, aren't you? I seem to have a rugged charm. Yeah, it's probably all the murder that I've done. Tends to make you a bit more rugged, doesn't it? I think. I wouldn't know, personally. You want to return? Okay. Yeah, headlight, like... It's going to make sense. Like, I vaguely remember why Saraband has gone to Headland. Yeah, I'm starting to suspect that Governor Garvin might not be such a good guy. It'll make a lot more sense about why Saraband has moved to Headland in the near future. But, like, from an outside perspective of all the villagers that I've got no context for what's going on, it definitely will seem very odd that they've just moved to, yeah, a place where there's no money. Why would Garvin indeed? Okay, we're not allowed to leave. That makes... Well, I mean... Doesn't make sense, but I understand why. Oh, this is one of the guys that was probably in the Railhead Tavern. The model familiar. That guy likes money. That's understandable. Oh, interesting. So the Executor was with Saraband while they moved. That's interesting. And then obviously... Once it docked there, we moved. Okay, so I guess that guy likes the journey, if nothing else. Let's do the houses here. Is there anything around? No. We'll do the houses, then the church, then the shops, and then there's just the other district to go through. But is anyone in here? Nope, empty house. Well, that was a quick one, wasn't it? It's kind of weird to be exploring a town and not having items to loot. I mean, it's a kind of a refreshing change to just enjoy the story rather than looting everything. But I mean, not that I don't enjoy the story while I'm looting. Why isn't bartering allowed? Poor guy. Because that's kind of how currency systems work. That sort of makes sense. Yeah, I do believe war's about to break out. Sorry about that. Oh, I assume he means war between the Republic and Aspinia. Oh, I see. So they can't barter. I see. All the people that want food, they don't have money to trade for it. Basically, they're that poor. Now I understand. Okay. That sucks. So this is the item shop. That's the weapon shop. I will get the item shop haggle first. Sell all this. If I remember rightly, actually. Okay, the fact that that sells for 3.7k is a big help. That's only 900, but it'll do. You know, actually, I might be able to keep that tomahawk for now. Yeah, let's keep the tomahawk for now. You have nothing in deals. Apart from the junk that I just sold. Oh, I got the other map, actually. Who's hold... I'm pretty sure I put it away. But, right. I need you to give me a haggle. Hopefully you give it to me pretty quickly. Because, from what I understand, I feel like Arthur's probably going to be a pretty strong character. If nothing else, the fact that he's a melee that's got some range. Like, he's got the option to use range. Ah, what is it? You're giving me the white ring. That's exactly what I want. So, he's a really, really squishy boy. So, I'm going to do this and make him less squishy. So, in theory now, he can actually participate decently as a melee unit. And I phased into that door there. And now he's got a little bit of ranged alternative. I'm going to tweak his loadout ever so slightly, though. So, there's actually not a lot of new weapons here. In terms of like the stock stuff that's available. I think that axe is new. Yeah, it is. I'm not sure I can afford that. We'll find out. I want to buy a halberd. Just a bog standard default halberd for Arthur. But I don't think I need to. It would be nice to get him training his halberd skill now. Rather than the spear. But I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off because I'm pretty sure there's a halberd I can pick up for free real soon. So I'm going to buy rock and axe. Apparently I'm not going to buy rock and axe. Well, everything else here is stuff that I've already got. I mean, I haven't bought a shuriken for Hazuki in ages. And I could technically buy this quarrel for Waltz, but because she's being benched, I'm not going to bother. Let's buy that for Median. Yep. And we'll trade it over. Then I need a haggle. And I think I only just have enough money for this. There's a couple of haggles here. There's a bow, which I'm pretty sure is a mithril bow. And this lance, which is the one that I want. Yes, I'll have this, please. For Campbell, because this will make him into a murder god. And we'll sell the heavy lance. He's now almost as strong as Median. Not quite, but he's getting there. Actually, no, I do want give. Who's holding your axe? Median is holding Rock's axe. I just gave it to Bernard. Bernard, please pass his axe to Rock. In exchange for the fairy powder. I will buy Arthur a halberd in the end, you know. So we can get rid of Rock's spare axe. Well, that's only worth 5k, actually. I'll hold on to it. Yeah, I can afford a halberd. I mean, I know it's only one attack, but every little helps. Yes. And sell the spear. I maybe made a mistake there because there's a deal I want. I can just afford this. Just. So I'm not going to have Synthesis equip this. It is a rod though. So now, potentially, I'm going to end up just filling her inventory with rods of different things. So she'll probably keep the golem one equipped most of the time. But if I really need to, she can equip the one that does silence. And if I'm fighting an enemy that I know is really resistant to fire and lightning, or a pack of enemies, I can just swap on that freeze wand, freeze rod even, and blast them with that. Not hugely useful, but I'd rather have it and not need it. So now we're back into... They don't get to take days off work, or is it just that they're old? Interesting. I probably won't need to ever use that freeze rod, but I'd rather just have it. It's just nice. The only I think in terms of stuff that's available, I think one of the haggles I've just left, and I don't think I'll see again, is an axe. Which if I sold everything I've got that's spare, I've got lots of treasure from ruins. It's great. Yeah, I guess you would, especially for the one where you got to activate Robbie. That was a pain. I think if I'd sold everything, I could have picked up that axe for rock. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's a really, really good endgame weapon, so it's not a huge loss. Out of curiosity, does this have any special effects on it? Ah, it's the Lancer does support L2. Good. That's really, really handy. I think support is the defense and speed up. I've not come to seduce you. Not at all. Oh, this is the lady. I remember speaking to this lady before. She was like, oh, Prince Midian's here. And then I left and then came back. And now she's delighted again. Adorable. Oh, there's a few soldiers about here. Oh, so those are the private guard. They're like a different. I guess they're like the SWAT team, essentially. They're Governor Garvin's version of the Rainbloods, or something. Oh, Garrosh is from Headland. So he's originally from this place. That's pretty cool. Your country's fallen into disorder and there's been thieves and brigands raiding it. But you live in a great big fortress, floating fortress. I feel like that's definitely Governor Garvin's problem. Yeah, it's funny you say that because we know Prince Auron's a bad guy. So I mean, I'm starting to suspect that the evidence is mounting towards Garvin being a pretty bad guy too. Yeah. Well, to be fair, they don't like defectors, because remember that guy that was going to murder all of the defectors back in Chapter 1? Actually, it was Chapter 1, wasn't it, for Median? Oh yeah, well, I've just spoken to you. So, this is the only really important thing to do here, apart from recruiting Arthur. We need to speak to the flower lady, and I need a flower from her. Yeah, so we will be going to Headland in a little while, and obviously we've had a couple of people say that flowers don't grow there. The guy that was just talking about Garrosh mentioned that. There's a little girl, I think, or a young woman or something that wants the flowers, and if you give her the flowers, she will give you the treasure map for this chapter. Who was your papa? Have I murdered him? No, it wasn't me. Oh. I wonder if... I wonder if he was one of the Saraband soldiers that came to attack me that I had to kill as Symbius. I mean, if so, oof. You gain nothing from supporting Headland. You're not... I've just realised I can see the water texture through the text box. Is it on every text box? Yeah. I don't know if every text box has been doing this the whole game and I've only just noticed, or... Oh, Garrosh was worried about the Symbios army. That's really nice. I liked Garrosh. I had to work actually pretty hard to save him. What have you got to say? Oh, you're the guy that controls the engine. Or works on the engine. Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. He has the literal key to the city. I guess you're the driver. Or the engineer. So, I'm not going to bother going through that gate, because... Actually, that might trigger the next bit of... I need you to move out of the way, old man. That might trigger the next bit of story, and that's fine. But I'm not quite done... Not quite done exploring. Yeah, it was Bullzo monks and not me. I did my best to save all of them. In fact, the only two that were there, I saved. Hayward and Garrosh. Oh, there's a lot of people here. I mean, I guess that makes sense, actually. Aw, poor guy. I guess Garrosh had, like, a lot of brothers. Or that's his other brother. Yeah, weird that. Like, losing a relative tends to make you not want to be a soldier anymore. Oh, I see. Okay. So they did lose a lot of soldiers, and a lot of these guys in the Saraband Guard are Imperials. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's an Imperial soldier that... I wonder then... I wonder if a lot of these soldiers that have had nice things to say to me have, are Imperial. They're Imperial soldiers that have transferred. And the ones that are just mean and scheming are ones that were here all along. So, does this go to the Symbios team HQ? It does. You know, I didn't even realise there was a HQ here. I had no idea. Can I examine this bookcase? Oh, it's the encyclopedia. He's from Guardiana. That's, Guardiana's, Shining Force 1? I want to say? I'm pretty sure he's a reference to that. I'm not sure if, like, Arthur himself was an actual character in Shining Force 1. I think he might have been. So, we're done. We're done exploring the town now. The minute I try to leave, I'm going to get hit with the next wave of story. So I'm going to cut this here right in front of the gates, very ominously. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you next time.